is Miss Lisa, and we're here today at the Fayette County Public Library with a show called Science Isn't Scary. Now, if you've tuned in, you might have been expecting me to do some cooking. Well, with 2021, we have decided to alternate. So we're going to do science one Tuesday and cooking the next Tuesday. So I'll see you next week, guys, for another recipe. But today we're talking about sound. Now, sound is awesome. And for some of us, sound may be a little scary because in order to hear sound, we have to learn about sound waves. And it's invisible. We can't see it. And so sometimes the things we can't see can be a little scary. But I've got some really cool experiments I want to show you today. Things that you can do at home that can play around with sound. Now, here we have a stringed instrument. And on this stringed instrument, we have several strings, and some are longer and some are shorter than others. Now, when it comes to sound, the longer the string, the higher it is. So if we hit this, it's a pretty high-pitched tone. This string here is your smaller string, and if we hit this one, whoo, you can tell that's a lot deeper than this one here, okay? Now, when I hit these with my thumbnail, my fingernail, that string is vibrating very fast, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then if I actually touch it, oh, it sort of tickles, okay? Because it's vibrating so fast. This is how sound is made, boys and girls. Sound is made when something vibrates. On the case of these stringed instruments, it's the string that vibrates back and forth really quickly. Now, there's something else that I can show you where you can see that sound vibrations make something move. Underneath here, I have a glass bowl. And I have some saran wrap pulled really, really tightly on this bowl, and I have spread some rice on the top. Now, I'm going to take my popcorn tin here, and I am going to whack it and make a loud sound. I want you to watch what happens to this rice. Now, the sound coming from this drum to this is going to make the rice jump. Are you ready? Watch. Just so cool, boys and girls. I didn't touch it at all, but those sound waves, those vibrations went from this popcorn tin to the saran wrap and those rice, and they started jumping. I just think that is so cool. Now, at home, you might want to make some musical instruments. And it's a lot of fun to make different musical instruments. I mean, just to beat on something, you can make a drum, and that's really cool. This instrument was actually made by one of my students a couple years ago. This is called a kalimba. And all she did was cut a hole inside of a box, and she took popsicle sticks of different size lengths. Now remember what I just told you a little bit ago, that the longer something is, the higher pitch it is, and the shorter is going to be a deeper or a lower tone. And now this doesn't work exactly like a real thumb piano because she just used the popsicle sticks. But you can get a sense of sound when you are using those, okay? So this is a homemade kalimba. Pretty cool. If you look at this, it'd be something that you could easily make at home. Another thing that you could make at home is this wonderful water xylophone. Now, the more water you have in a container, the slower the vibrations are going to be because it takes a while for that vibration, for those sound waves to make it through the water. So this one is going to be the deeper sound. This one's going to be the higher pitch sound. So you're going to take your spoon. Do you hear the difference, boys and girls? This is deep. That one's high. So if you had more glasses, you could actually play a tune. Okay, something that you might be able to recognize. Really cool idea. This right here is a water trombone. Okay, now think about a regular trombone that you might see in a band. Okay, so they put it up to their mouth, the player does, and stretches that arm out. Okay, that slide goes out. Now the further out it goes, okay, the longer it is, the higher pitch it is, the closer to you, the deeper it is. And so with this, you are going to blow across the hole. Don't blow in it. You'll just make a bunch of bubbles and make a mess. But if you blow across the hole, you have a little water trombone. You're going to want to lift that straw up and down in that water to create different sounds. So I'm not always the best at this, but let's see if I can make some different sounds for you. So try making a little water trombone. Very easy homemade instrument. Now another thing, I've got a couple more things to show you. A regular kitchen spoon with some string, okay? This is one of the neatest things that I have discovered in my recent years. Take your yarn and tie it around the spoon. You're gonna actually you probably need an adult's help here to make a knot, because you don't want the string to fall off the spoon. Okay, so there you have the spoon tied to a thing of string. You're going to take the yarn or string and wrap it around one pointer finger, and then come over here and wrap it around. Now you might think this is really odd and it's going to look strange, boys and girls, but try it. You won't be disappointed. Put your fingers in your ears. Okay, so you go put your fingers in your ears, and then the bottom of the spoon, you're going to go around and tap different surfaces. So metal, plastic, paper, wood, and when you put it in your ears, it resonates. That vibration goes right up that string and into your ears. It is just so cool. You've got to try it. So watch what you're going to do. You're going to put your fingers in your ears. Oh. It sounds like a wind chime. And then over here, oh, it sounds a little different because it's plastic. Wood, oh, that's so cool. So try it, boys and girls. It is so much fun. Now the last little homemade instrument I want to show you is a harmonica. Now, this harmonica has a little piece of paper between those two craft sticks. Remember that I told you sound is created when something vibrates back and forth. So when you blow through this, that paper is going to vibrate, creating a sound. Watch. Well, sure it is. Oh my goodness. It's a really high-pitched sound, isn't it? Now, boys and girls, really don't color this, because I've had students before make this and color it, and then guess what? When they blow on it, their lips turn purple and blue and green, or whatever color they've colored their popsicle stick. So don't do that. Let me show you real quick what you have to do. So you take your two craft sticks, get a piece of paper the same length as the craft stick, and you're just going to make a little sandwich. Put that paper between the craft sticks. Any rubber band will do. Okay, and you're just going to twirl it around and around and around and around until it's super tight. Okay. And then go to the other side as well. Now, if you left it like this, no air would possibly be able to get through there. You want those rubber bands near the end, okay? So what we're gonna do is take a little toothpick, we're gonna break it so that we have just these little pieces of wood. Now, I find it really hard to separate this once I have put the rubber band on, so I am going to try to stick this in here to open it up a little bit. And then I'm going to stick the little toothpick, and we're going to try to slide it down all the way down toward that rubber band. Okay. And then another little toothpick. I'm going to slide it down to the other side. And there you go. You have a little craft stick harmonica. Let's see if this one works. Well, that one didn't work too well either, did it? There we go. We just got to press down a little harder. All right, so science is awesome when it comes to sound and hearing the things that are out in our world. Whether it comes from a string, whether it comes from water, whether it comes from a craft stick you've made. Try it out, boys and girls. Sound is one of the really coolest areas in science. I love studying it. It's so cool. All right, boys and girls, come back again in 2 weeks for another science concept. Next week at this time, we're going to be doing fun foods. All right, guys, it's been a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.